2022 has come and gone, but I realized something. I actually missed a lot of the new horror films that came out last year. So I've decided to catch up. Here's some quick thoughts on 3 that I recently checked out. Minor spoilers are ahead. Ready? Let's go. First up is Smile. The film is about a doctor who witnesses a traumatic incident involving a patient. As a result of this trauma, she finds herself stalked by an entity that takes the form of anyone it chooses. And the only clue is the demented smile it wears on its face while terrorizing her. Smile was a surprise hit this past Halloween season, grossing over $200 million at the box office. I had heard tons of good things about this, so my expectations going in were pretty high. And although they weren't fully met, I enjoyed this one. It was very creepy at times and had some excellent performances from Sosie Bacon, Kevin Bacon's daughter, and Kyle Gallner as her ex-boyfriend. I've always liked this guy as an actor, and he's done a lot of horror stuff over the years. The movie was nicely directed by Parker Finn in his feature film debut, and I appreciated the slow burn, creepy atmosphere. The themes of trauma and abuse were well done without being heavy-handed. I like when horror films have something to say without hitting you over the head with it. So, any issues? Well, as much as I enjoyed it, I couldn't help but think of another film with a very similar plot called It Follows. Now, I did enjoy that movie, but I felt Smile executed the similar plotline much better. I wasn't big on the ending to Smile, and I did see it coming, but it was fine. Overall, I think I let my expectations get the better of me, but even still, 3 out of 5 stars. Up next is Barbarian. A young woman arrives at an Airbnb in the middle of the night in a bad part of town, but there was apparently a mix-up and someone else has already rented the place. With nowhere else to go, she stays with a stranger at the rental house, and soon discovers that everything is not all it seems. Yeah, I'm being vague with the description. I went into this movie not knowing hardly anything about it. I also kept my expectations in check, since this was another horror movie that people were praising like crazy, and I enjoyed it. Acting was great all around, and I found the lead, played by Georgina Campbell, to be pretty likable. I don't know what it is about modern horror movies, but I often find the leads to be really annoying nowadays. But not here. She does a great job. So does Pennywise actor Bill Skarsgård and Justin Long. The movie is told in very distinct sections, and although it's definitely not a traditional narrative, it still works. Direction by Zach Kreger was great, and there was a lot of excellent practical effects. There was some nice social commentary in there, and again, it wasn't hit you over the head annoying like almost everything is nowadays. I will say, I found the first part of the movie to be the most effective. It really kept my attention, and I found it to be the most enjoyable before it does a complete 180 on the audience. There were some logic problems here and there, and some characters making some dumb decisions. But overall, I enjoyed Barbarian. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And finally, there's Deadstream. This one got on my radar through Fangoria magazine, as it was nominated for one of their Chainsaw Awards. It's a found footage type movie about a YouTuber who decides to live stream from a haunted house. Everything is told from the perspective of his live stream, and he soon finds himself battling ghosts and demons for a live audience. I didn't know much of anything going into this one, and wow, I really liked it. The movie has a campy and fun tone right off the bat. The best example I can use is Evil Dead 2. Think of the tone of that film, and that's what you have here. Joseph Winter stars as our conceited YouTuber, Sean, and he actually co-directed and co-wrote the film with his wife, Vanessa. He does a great job here. The movie is filled with some amazing practical gore and creature effects, and again, it's done in the style of Evil Dead 2. Now, this movie isn't on the same level as the Sam Raimi classic, but I did appreciate the fun tone and similar style. Sean is a bit of a jerk, but he still comes across as likable, at least to me. In keeping with the tradition of the previous 2 films I watched, this one has a bit of commentary on toxic and obsessive social media personalities. Any issues? Well, I did feel the tone shifted a bit partway through the film. It got a little too serious, I think, then reverted back to the campiness. Now, the shift was a bit jarring. Also, I wish Sean had a stronger character arc, but overall, I really enjoyed this one. A lot, actually. 4 out of 5 stars. Well, there you have it, 3 horror films from 2022 that I surprisingly enjoyed. So what did you guys think of these movies? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts.